What's going on, RK? Hey Heather, how you doing? What's going on, Tim? I'm doing all right. Just take some pictures over here. Prep for tomorrow's auction a little bit. Yes, Heather, tomorrow. So what's actually going to happen, I believe, is tomorrow we're going to do a small little auction. And then Saturday, and I don't know exactly what time just yet, but Saturday I will host a little bit larger auction. Perfect. Yeah, I'm downsizing a few, which is good. I've already taken pictures of the guy you can't really see it, but I've already taken pictures of my calico male that's right there. Now I'm just taking pictures of all the small ones, and I've already taken pictures of the Indonesian dwarf ground boa. Here we'll do the beautiful little calico female. Hey, stay in there. to weigh you. 133 grams. Damn, that is awesome, Timothy. I might be interested in some bamboo. We'll see. Um, Not much. I'm just taking pictures. JRG, what's going on with you? That's not what we wanted to do, was it? Next up, we got the yellow belly. And he is 515 grams. Uh, 102, 103. What's up, big guy? Which one? Which guy is that? I think that's the spot nose Woma. Color's not all great, but spot nose Woma. Let him calm down a little bit. He wound up into a big ball. Ooh, I like good deals. I think I definitely want the G stripe. Absolutely. 103, 104, which is another yellow belly. $138. $105. This is going to be a fun one. We've got the albino female, 50% het for pied. So that'll be a nice one for the auction. And how much do you weigh, little one? She is a ginormous 86 grams. And we do 106, which is our normal female. And she is 707 grams. Zoom out a little bit. Got the good looking super normal. Oh, yeah. What else do I have? Do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this guy too. BB 107. And this guy just came out of shed. But we're gonna do him too. The male blackhead. At 106 grams. add that on there. BB 107. No, no. No, 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 no. My favorite snake in my collection, honestly, is going to be this one right here. Where is she? There she is. This here, let me move that, get some light on over here. Can't really see too good, but this here is Cuddles. She's a simple normal, but she is probably my favorite one in my collection. Ah. That one's a hard one to answer because I think I got a pretty good deal on most of them. So the most expensive one in terms of what I actually paid for it, is probably this girl right here, which is my Super Mojave that is 50% het for albino. And that's, she is an IDR snake. Yeah, I think through the IDR auctions, I spent like $4 something on her. Maybe I spent $4 something on her and her mate. I can't remember. Aside from that, you just shed. Good girl. Aside from that, and I don't know exactly what these guys go for, but that's my vanilla phantom female. But I got a really good deal on her. Let's get that shit out of there, huh? Everything else was, relatively inexpensive. So the auction is going to be like a 2-day thing, right? So we're doing a small auction, or relatively small auction on tomorrow. And then we're going to do the bigger auction on Saturday, and I'll be hosting that one on the TGH channel. So tomorrow, what is going in is this guy right here. So tomorrow we've got the big calico male going. And then Ed is putting in his male Indonesian dwarf ground boa. So we're actually going to put them as a pair because I have two female Indonesian dwarf ground boas. So I'm going to do one of these girls as well. And I took pictures of those already and sent them on over to Ed. The next day, what we've got going in from me is we have a calico female, we have a yellow belly male, we have spot nose woma male, we have a blackhead male, we have another yellow belly male, we've got the albino 50% het for pied female, and we have the female normal. And I believe that's it. I'm going through, I'm looking at them right now. I don't want to get rid of the OD. I don't want to get rid of the pastel leopard. Definitely not getting rid of the GHI. Not getting rid of my hets. So I've got some het clowns and some het pieds. So not getting rid of them. The only other thing, if I absolutely have to try to raise as much as possible. So if I have to, then I will do her. So if I have to, I will do her and him as a pair. So Super Mojave 50% het for albino with a Mojave Spider 100% het for albino. So that'll be a good one for potentially, if I need to, then I'll throw that in at the end. But that one will be a good one for people that want to try for the cherry bomb. We've got 0.1 calico. This is the 1.0 yellow belly. .03 is the 10 is the 1.0 spot nose woma. 104 was the yellow belly. .05 was the 0.1 albino 50% het pied. That was the 0.1 super normal. And this was the 1.0 blackhead. See you later, TNT. Do I plan on getting anything new this year? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. So I did get in shipment today. I got this little monkey. So I got this in today. This is the male lesser red stripe. Oh yeah, I still have the Mojave female, I think, over at Heather's. I've got your G stripe that I want to get. And aside from that, I'm not like actively going to be looking for anything. I don't think. I need to sort through what I have and really kind of plan out some breeding projects and stuff. Figure out kind of what I want to do. Tim Lotman's got some bamboo, or may have soon. But yeah, so overall, will I get anything this year? Yes, the answer is probably yes. Am I looking to buy anything new this year? Not necessarily, but well, I wasn't looking to buy 40 snakes. Actually, how many I'm at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Plus the one at Heather's is 35. So I definitely wasn't planning on having this many. But it is what it is. So the answer is probably yes, I will buy some. I'm just not looking for them. I mean, crazy thing is a lot of these actually came through as auction snakes. It's like I was telling Ed, when there's an auction going on, if I have the ability to, or a charity auction going on, if I have the ability to, I'll spend all day long. I have no problem doing that for charity. Some of them came from IDR non charity snakes, and then like my Firefly, and this is crazy. So my Firefly female is pretty small. That's the second snake that I got ever. And at the same time that I got her, I got this one. Come on, little monkey. I got this one, which is my GHI, and when I got them, they were the same size. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that. Let's. Yes, the Super Bamboo is an all-white snake. Well, kind of all-white-ish. Like, it's looking at all the pictures that I see of them. Most of them look like their belly is mostly white. Some of them come up on the sides a little bit, but the back is a little bit grayish. I do see some all white ones, so. Sweet. So if I produce that world's first, do you think I can sell it for 30 grand? So yours is a G-stripe yellow belly, right? So take that. That's a male. Add it to Heather's Mojave, or yeah, add it to Heather's Mojave. Keep working on that for a little while. It's a good 6 to 8 year project, potentially more. Done. What's going on, D? I feel you. I feel you there. Although I didn't get a ton done at work today. I stayed here at the house until what, like almost 12:30, and then I finally left to go to work. And as soon as I got to work, I went to lunch. So what's going on, Ed? Yeah, so I didn't get a ton done today, but it was still relatively productive. Um, I'm working on currently at work. I'm working on all the, you don't have to understand all these terms, but I'm working on all the HTML and CSS for our upper navigation on our web app. And me and the designer, we keep kind of going back and forth and changing what we're actually planning on doing. So I get almost all the way done, and then I basically just have to throw it all away and start over. which sucks for me because I'm a perfectionist. So I expect things, and our designer is very much the same way. He's a perfectionist, so we want things to be like perfect. Um, and so all this work that I'm doing actually has nothing to do with the actual task that I'm going to build. I feel like this is all a precursor to actually being able to do it. So programming insurance. I don't know anything about any of that, Heather, but if the way I see it, anything with the word programming in it, in the job title, those people can probably feel my pain. You need some GHI, Ed? You are in deep shed, aren't you, boy? We got the male GHI, we got the female GHI. Only 7? Fill up a whole rack with GHI. I completely agree, Heather. In fact, it is in the name. Just like the supernormal. Mandatory for every breeder to have a supernormal, or 5 or 30. Yeah, with my GHIs, I'm actually going for some super GHI. And then we'll figure out what I want to do from there. You can go, Mama. You go, Ed. Hi. Whoa. She is indeed. And she just jumped out of my hand like 5 feet to jump back into the tub. I've got 2 tubs right now that I'm waiting for babies on. I need more rack space. That one that I just showed Timothy, I actually stole from Ed. It was at his house, and I just kind of put it in my pocket and walked away. Probably the coolest ones that I've bred so far. Come on, mamas. Is like this one here. I mean, she's obviously just a regular albino, whatever, but she's got this really cute little brown spot on her nose. Oh, yeah. She's a good mom. Aren't you? You're a good mom. There you go. Yep, and she actually just recently provided me with more of these. There you go. There you go. I'm not gonna hurt Jess. And of course, we still have the wonderful. Come here, baby. We still have the wonderful Miss Penelope. Huh. I'm a darling. No. Yeah. You want to come out? You have the beautiful hooded. Smile, you're on candid camera. Yeah, you're a good girl, aren't you? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you're such a good girl. Oh, we got to clip your nails. We got to clip your nails. They're getting long. You want to come out now, too? And we got the other hooded. Oh, your nails are super long, too, woman. Mwah. And of course, we have their little babies. Here you go, sweethearts. There you go. Oh, hey. Hey. Go on. Nice. That's actually why I stole the one from Ed is so that I could get the Dumbos in my little collection. I think you commented on the video actually, JLG. And now we've got these guys that are, you know, a little bit older. Their eyes are open now. This is the same litter, by the way. And so at this point, that nub is the urethra, and you can start to see his little testicles coming in. Let's see about a male or a female. That's a male. Hey, hey, do not bite. Bad. No, no, no bites. Male. 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 Apparently I fed off all the females. That's okay. Yeah, JLG, that does work. Usually within about 7 days, you can start to see the nipples. Yeah, mice can be difficult. It's the same basic premise with the rats, though. You just check. I'll have to start breeding some mice at some point and do a sexing video on them, because it is essentially the same premise. You look for the urethra and then you look for the anus and kind of measure the distance. It's much more difficult because they're much smaller. As they get a little bit older, I'll show you a little trick. As they get a little bit older, you know, obviously at this age, I would be able to tell on a rat or a mouse. But it's the best that I've got to kind of show you. You'll look at this area here. So we have the anus right there, and we have the urethra right there. If it's hairy there in between the anus and the urethra, then it's going to be a male. If it's not hairy, then it's a female. They're fun sometimes. I need to handle my babies just a little bit more often. like all of my super nice rats, like Penelope and the white one that love to be held. I bred all them, but I handled them and helped like played with them every single day of their life. And so as a result, they got used to being held and, kind of imprint and all that sort of stuff. And that I am glad that I gave up smoking. Although I remember the days of going out and putting my laptop on the balcony or on the ledge of the balcony, putting my Red Bull next to it. And this one I actually really like. I've got a bunch. And mind you, this isn't all of them. It's just all of them that I can find. So this is the Smock Nord, which I really like. We have the Smock Novo little pod system. It works. It's decent. We have the Smock Alien. Maybe I should put some of these in the auction. We've got the Neo box. We of course have the crappy Jewel. We have the Wismec, which is pretty cool. It's got the magnetic battery cover. We've got the whatever the heck that is. The very first mod that from Smock that had Bluetooth. We have a piece of one. I don't know where the rest of it went. And somewhere around here, probably in the same box that this was in, I've got probably 7 or 8 others. I don't use any of those anymore. The only one that I use now is this Smock Nord. But with it, I'm going what? Like 3.5 weeks without a cigarette. Yeah, I only clean, the only thing I use these for is like I'll clean the tops of my racks. And then like when I see a little bit of dust, I'll clean here, and then I clean my rat rack with them. Aside from that, like when I clean the tubs, currently I've got the Wipeout. I do have a bottle of F10 as well, but I have that in the closet right back here, and it's just a small bottle of the F10 to use in the event that I get like RI or something like that. But once I'm out with this, or relatively close to being out, which I am, I guess, then I'll probably buy a bigger bottle of F10, and I'll repurpose that bottle and repurpose this bottle and make them both an F10 solution. What's going on, Aqua Balls? Dylan, as far as what I've got, so I was at, this is the the juice that's in this is the Salt Nick. Tomorrow, Aqua Balls. At least, so tomorrow is going to be like the intro auction, and then I'm going to do the bigger auction on Saturday when everybody's home and hopefully off work. But Dylan, so the juice that's in here is the Salt Nick instead of like the normal like VG/PG stuff. And it's roughly at about 50 milligrams, but if I hit it right, I only have to take like 2 or 3 hits on it, and then I can go back up to work for a couple of hours. Yeah, not too bad. And then I have another one of those actually as well, and I have two different types of coils that go into the pod, so I can actually use Like I can use just the regular VGPG oil if I wanted to. I wouldn't use this. In fact, I'm going to throw that away. I can't tell if that's something. Yeah, those are like flies that are dead in there. So that's garbage. JLG, betta breeding is actually really, really fun. Like it's cool because, and Aquaballs can correct me if I'm misremembering. But so like your male, he creates a bubble nest up at the top of his tank. And you know, once they're ready to actually breed, you put the female in with the male, and he kind of like folds his body over the female and like almost squeezes the eggs out, and then once the eggs are gone and done for, the female's job is basically over, and the male actually takes all of the eggs one by one and pops them into the bubble nest that he created. And as they fall, he'll catch them and put them right back in. And so the whole time that the eggs are in the bubble nest, it's the male taking care of them, not the female. I've always found it weird that you call baby fish fry, because fry are delicious. No, fry is the actual baby fish. It's JLG, it's time consuming. Before I got into the snakes, I had a little bit bigger place. I had 13 different aquariums, and once I moved in here, I got rid of all of them for a couple of reasons. Number one, it was just way too time consuming, especially with starting to get more and more snakes. And now I have a water bill, and I didn't want to pay like crazy amounts of money for the water bill. In my little 2-bedroom apartment, I didn't really care because the water was included. But now that I'm in my condo, like with the water bill, I not doing a bunch of fish tanks. It would. Although I'm in San Diego, so let's grab my my temp gun. So I'm in San Diego. My ambient humidity right on my wall right here is 44% humidity. Within the tubs, it's usually spot on. And I actually have to combat humidity a little bit, so I end up drilling holes in the tubs to reduce it. Otherwise, it quickly gets up to like 100%. Yeah. Your electricity bill is outrageous. Other enough, I mean, being right here, and being where I'm at, like I have no problems with shedding. See, now we're yeah, I like it. It's gives me so it gives me the temperature at the point where my laser hits. It gives me the humidity, and then it gives me my ambient temperature as well. Same thing with my Pilates aqua balls. Like I had to reduce the temperature in that tank all the time. Like at one point, I did have a heater in it, and then I just got rid of it. Where did I get this? I think I got it from Amazon. Let me check my Amazon account real quick. Amazon.com. Orders. Sign in, because I don't ever use this computer. Come on now. What's my password for Amazon? Does anybody know? Here we go. I found it. Yep, let's go ahead and update that password. Books, tubs, more tubs, scale, monitor arm, giant coffee mug. Let's just grab everything from 2018. Yes. That is not what I didn't. I didn't order that. Why in the hell would I order that? That is definitely not what I ordered, and if I did, I didn't get it. So it is a Tac Life temperature gun. This isn't the exact one, but let me copy this link. This isn't the exact one that I bought, but it's close. Come on. Nope. All right, we're going to go to tiny URL. We're going to make a small URL. There we go. Oh, blah. YouTube chat is seriously kind of really annoying. Really? Come the hell on. What's going on, BP Collector? Here we go. Let's try that. All right, there we go. So that's not the exact one that I bought, but it's pretty close. I would like a combination of all of them aqua balls in one fish. You know, it's crazy. When I got my pastel and my pastel lesser, they came with this stuff right here. I have it, but I have never used it. No problem, Dylan. It doesn't look like the one that I actually bought is actually showing up anymore. Like in my Amazon order history, it's showing up as like one of the OBD2 scanners instead, which is like for the newer model cars, it's the ones that you like for the computer scanners. And I definitely did not. What the hell's in my cart? Oh, I don't need that. I do need that though. Yeah, it's weird. Like for a long time, for the longest time, I still saw this, but they never had it in stock. But like, I think the one that I linked is probably actually a little bit better. Aside from this one goes to 1,022 degrees, and negative 58 degrees. So like my shower right now is 72.7. Right? Like either one. Although what is it like after like negative 10 or negative 15 or something like that, you don't really feel like the temperature differences too much or some shit like that. Go ahead and ask, Big Crash. Let's get your water back where it belongs, huh? So I've had a few like that as well that calm down when I up their tub size. But also I've noticed if my temperatures aren't spot on, then some of mine will get a little bit of an attitude as well. All he does is strike. I mean, that could be a number of things. So it could be a temperature issue. It could be a tub size issue. I mean, it really could be as simple as like a defensive strike to where, you know, he just doesn't feel comfortable. Then we got my beautiful little girl. Huh. Yeah. Where are you going? So he's in a 28 quart and he is 252 grams. I would say that his tub is probably too big for him. Stress of moving definitely potentially a factor there. The problem, and I want to say it was Nerd, maybe, that just recently did a video, maybe a few months ago about tub sizes and whatnot. Where that small, you don't want them in anything ginormous, because what it is it's hard for a snake that small. It's hard to get their temperature gradient perfect for them, and then unless you have a bunch of different hides in there for them, they're just not going to feel secure. Which, as you know, ball pythons like the small spaces. So honestly, if anything, at that size, I'd probably put them in a tub that's about that big. Which this is a how many? This is a 12 quart tub. You could probably do a 15 quart tub, but if you're moving into that, just leave him alone. Leave him alone for like a week or two. Make sure he's got a hide to feel secure in there. Try to feed him after a few days of being in there. And I'm willing to bet that his temperatures will be or that his attitude will calm down pretty quick. JLG, do you have hides and stuff in your 70-30 though, right? Yeah, same thing. Same thing with me, Christine. Like what? My she's a small one. You're a small one. You're a small one. These guys are all small. But I just upgraded a few. Yeah, see, if you give them hides and stuff, like plenty of spaces so that they feel comfortable, then it's not too much of an issue. But you know, one of the things that a lot of people don't do in rack systems like this, at least that I've seen, is use hides. Like I'll use hides. I'll use hides for, you know, like the first couple of weeks that I have a snake. And outside of that, none of my snakes have hides. Yeah, I have a bunch of hides. They're just all out in the garage because honestly, I don't use them. Four years old and weighs 2,135 grams. I've had a few of my new ones that I've gotten that do the same thing, or that did the same thing, Christine. And so I just quickly got rid of them. But that's actually a good idea, aqua balls, for the people that do like hides and have bigger snakes with, you know, deeper tubs. Like one of those oil pans wouldn't fit in. Well, maybe it would fit in one of these, but it wouldn't be a great fit. How tall are they, aqua balls? All right, do you have a good one? Three-inch? That's not too bad. That'd fit in these ones here. It wouldn't be Enough for my males though. Yeah, most of mine do the same thing. Crash. You know, it's a couple of them like this guy here. Really, come on now. Couple of them like my calico boy is he's a little bit of a picky eater, so he doesn't strike as strong as some of my others. What's going on, Redstrom? Ooh. Very nice, very nice. Hopefully it was a good day. See you later, little mouse or little rat. Thank you. Yeah, it's it it wasn't cheap, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. But I got it from Fry's down here for I don't know, like $300. And another one bites the dust. to do it's going all right. It's still kind of slow going. I need to get more space. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'll likely build it the way that I want, and then just buy the tubs from Freedom Breeder, only because like the Freedom Breeder racks are so expensive. But I need to get more tub space and actually get a couple of levels of like maternity tubs going on, so that like each rack can have its own thing, and then have some like like these breeder tubs that I can have my males in and all that sort of stuff. Have some grow out tubs and all that sort of stuff, in order to realistically be able to completely cut myself off from frozen thawed. Like right now, along with the two that I just fed, I've got two babies the same size down here. I've got like 6 that just opened their eyes up here, and then I have 2 tubs that I'm actually waiting on some babies, and I've got my male in another tub right now. So I mean, it's going. It's just not anything super quick. Um, 15. Um, I created an Instagram page, but I don't post anything to it. I don't use it because I freaking hate Instagram. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Probably Probably, yeah, the big pastel girl that I had out not too long ago. I'm hoping to have some eggs from her this year. But nothing spectacular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Nice. Yeah, like my pastel girl, if she lays, it'll be a pastel yellow belly clutch. And like she's definitely gotten bigger, but I'm still not I'm not good at the whole palpating and doing all that sort of stuff, so I don't know kind of really even where she's at in her process. But she has gotten bigger. But at this point, like my males are being picky eaters, so it's like I'm not even breeding right now. What, if you don't mind my asking, what'd you spend for the ultrasound? Because I've been looking at doing the same thing. That's not too bad. I found. Let me see if I can find it on this computer. Oh, I don't want to get it from eBay. But I actually found one that you plug up to like your actual computer. Holy shit. That is freaking insane. I kind of want to see how many of these they've sold in their lifetime. I just found one for $19,500. No, thank you. Seriously? One for 26,500? Man, these. I mean, this one's ginormous. It's a medical one, so it's worth that much. But these other ones are like little, just as big as my laptop. What's going on, Genomic Labs? Contech. That's not too bad. $1,099 on Amazon, although it's probably not the right one. What are you doing? And there's so many of these things out there, it's insane. I'll look for them later. Makes sense. If I can find, yeah, because that's the convex probe. Convex array probe. Wi-Fi wireless portable ultrasound scanner with a linear computer in the. This isn't the exact one, but Yeah. Like super cool. Is this the one? Is this the one you got, Christine? That's a rectal probe, so probably not, but ultrasound. Convex, convex, convex. Ugh. Cardiac probe. Man, their probes are freaking kind of expensive. They actually, let's go to the next page. ECG. Yeah, they actually don't even sell the right probe by itself anyway, which kind of sucks. So maybe I'll just have to buy the one from eBay. Yeah. That's not too bad. $53 for 24 months. Since when is eBay offered like financing? Oh, PayPal credit. Ugh. I have so many open loans right now, though, I wouldn't want to apply for another one. Yeah, I was going through all my bills the other day. Like, I still my dog that passed away. I don't even get how much do I still owe on her. Let's go log in and see. Yes, I got a loan for my dog. Yeah, so on her loan, I still owe $3,500. Working my butt off, trying to get some baby snakes happening. It's not happening fast enough. I need some Miracle-Gro and some like Insta. Ugh. That's no fun. Yeah, it's bad. Like I bought my puppy from a breeder. She was a pure breed Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Paid like $5,000 for her, and I had her less than a year before she died. Let me get to the last picture of her that I have. I have a bunch of snakes and a bunch of rats. That was my little baby girl. That's nice. Yeah, I won't go into the gruesome details of her death, but let's suffice it to say I believe that the end result of everything is that she was poisoned while out on my balcony with like rat poison or something. Yeah. It was very red around my house that day, and like it's crazy. Like I'm glad that I didn't go. My company was doing a company Cabo trip for a few days, and I decided not to go mainly because every story that I've heard has been nothing but revolving around alcohol. Um, and I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I try not to associate with that type of activity. Um, so I opted not to go, and I'm glad that I didn't because like she died the morning of the day I would have been coming back. And so if I had gone, then I would have come back and she would have just been dead. Yeah. Yep. And actually, oddly enough, maybe not oddly enough, it was shortly after she died that I started exploding on my collection. Um, Take from that what you will. I don't know what that means, but it keeps me busy, so that's good. Holy cow. Yeah, I mean, crazy thing. I was expecting her to die young anyway. Just not. I think she died at what, 11 months old. Um, she like being a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, right? Like, um, her her breed has is known for seizures, and then there's another neurological disorder that has something to do with like fluid in the brain stem or something, that if they get that, there's two versions of it. You have one that's treatable, and then you have one that the moment that they get it, they have to be put down, no ifs, ands, or buts. And then of course she's got like the hip dysplasia issues and like the heart disease issues and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, when I get another dog, uh, it's likely not going to be a tiny dog, but it'll be a fun dog. I actually really like one of the dogs that I had growing up. She was super super smart, but she was an Akita Shepherd mix. Brilliant dog, and so I might get something like that. I had a Great Dane, and it wasn't mine. It was actually my girlfriend's parents. Um, but not out in Texas. Pretty cool little Great Dane. Yeah, mine was super super nice. She, I mean, didn't get too big. Let me see if I can find a picture of her. This one I'll have to go to Facebook and go to my mom's profile, and then I might be able to find. Yes, I just logged in. Then I might be able to find it. And this is going to be a long time scrolling. She's an old lady that's like a great grandmother. I don't know. She's old, so she takes lots of pictures and uploads lots of pictures. And Alexis, if you're watching this at any point, Alexis is my niece, by the way. If you're watching this at any point, go ahead and tell Grandma that I said that she's old. Yes, I am still scrolling. Really? Come on. I wonder if she posted it under my brother. There. Here we go. Here's it's not a picture of my dog, but the picture of my brother, the one in the suit looking thing in the back. You can't tell that we're Irish and Scottish by any means. But that's my brother that actually died in 2005 in a very similar fashion to DBL's daughter. It is what it is. What it is. At this point, I'm kind of ambivalent about the whole thing. But it's one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons why I am hell bent on trying to help DBL's family financially as much as we possibly can. Oh, that's horrible, Christine. Yeah, my brother, his is the big S word that that nobody likes to hear, which is a shame because he was freaking brilliant. Like he was in he was doing pre-med out at Florida State to become, like, his ultimate goal was he wanted to become a neurologist, so that he could find a cure for epilepsy, and he wanted to do that, and he would never admit this, or he'd never admit it to the general public, but he wanted to do that because I have epilepsy. All right, I got to run out to this laptop over here real quick. All right, I am back. I just had to start a deployment. Yeah, I've got one normal, or as I call it, super normal, in the auction. But aside from that, like what I've got, or for Saturday, I'm doing the calico female, the yellow belly male, male spot nose woma, the male yellow belly, female albino 50% het pied, the female super normal, the male blackhead, and then for tomorrow in the initial auction, I'm doing the male calico, and because Ed has a male Indonesian dwarf ground boa, so I'm packaging one of my female Indonesian dwarf ground boas in with that. So, I mean, it's a big portion of my collection, that's for sure. But all for a good cause. So they're super cool. My male, when I pulled him out to take the pictures, he was feisty, like super feisty. Let's see if I can get bit. Like my mail is actually getting pretty big. And it's crazy, like my this is the female that's actually going in the auction. But I took my male and put him in the same picture as this because Ed's got a male. So the one in the picture isn't. Yeah, she's a little one. And she's not quite eating rodents. She's still on the anoles, or anoles or anoles or however you want to pronounce it. Technically, they are all correct. But so she's still on the lizards. I just haven't done any of the scenting or anything like that for her, but her new owners can. So she'll be paired with Ed's male. And then hopefully soon, actually that male, he's probably about ready for maybe a little bit bigger tub, maybe, I don't know. And then I'll have, so in the auction tomorrow, we're doing a pair of Indonesian dwarf ground boas. And then of course I will have a pair as well. Yeah, as far as like reptiles, I don't think there's like a ton in tomorrow's. Most of it's gonna be Saturday. I'm waiting to hear back from somebody else to see what they want to add in with pictures and all that sort of stuff. But if they don't get back to me, then it'll just be the ones from my collection that go. And then I talked to Ed from CMC, and I'm actually going to do a full order of one of his liners for one size tub as well. So. Yeah, hopefully I will get home in time for the auction. Honestly, I like mine, but the biggest issue that I have is I've got this style water bowl pretty much everywhere, and so they go in and tip the water bowls over. So I do need to get get better water bowls, like the non-tipping water bowls. But once I get those, then I think I'll be in a good position. So far, I can tell you, the one thing I can tell you is, and he's hiding on me. Come here, Gambit. My buddy Gambit here, which is he was actually a charity auction snake. He was from Timothy Lotman in support of TNT and DEA. But he's a yellow belly, wonderful yellow belly, and he's been a super picky eater for Timothy Lotman and for me. He'll periodically eat frozen thawed if you put it on his hot side and just let it sit there. But he hasn't done very well with live. As soon as I put him on his paper, and he was on his paper for a few days, I put a live in with him. In fact, let's see if he's hungry right now. I put a live in with him, and like he took it down with no problem. They really are. But so far so good. I haven't had any sheds on it. I have had a few like defecations and stuff, and it's definitely made cleaning it a little easier. But I've also had to go through it a little bit more quickly than because like when actually like this one right here, I'll show you. So you have like that from like the water. So like his paper, I will actually replace. And actually, let's go ahead and replace that right now. Here, buddy, you chill out on the computer chair. Hey, where you going? Where you going? No, 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 stay right there. Stay right there. Oh. So like I'll dry it out since he tipped his water all over the place. You get him just chilling out on the chair. And then for his tub, it just comes in a situation like that. And that's that. So pretty easy to change and But I mean, pretty easy to change out. But with them, with the water bowls that I have, being that they're able to tip them, I tend to go through the. I've been going through it faster than like I normally would if I had better water bowls. That's crazy, Christine. And oddly enough, my males, um, I've noticed lately that they'll eat mice better than they will the um, better than being or better than the rats. Yeah, and I like it. And then like I've got like this size too, um, which I don't need one. Actually, I do need some. So I've got these ones, which are, I don't know if you can see it, but it's perforated. So I can actually easily bend them and set it in the tub. So let me grab it out of the tub. Yeah, this one's clean. So grab a tub and set it on in there, and there we go. Yeah, so far I'm liking it. Holy moly, you already ate that guy? You little piggy? You little piggy? Which I'm actually glad that he ate just now. That's my fire het clown, which I've been pairing. I've been pairing with this girl, which is my pastel lesser. Go on. Hey, I said go on. There you go. I have a Pastavi. I have a really nice Pastavi. Let me show you my Pastavi. Where is she? Where is she? There she is. So here's my pastavi. Now, the reason why I say pastavi with the quotes is because she was sold to me as a pastavi. When I got her in, however, uh, the card on her and the breeder himself also confirmed that the card is correct. Is the pairing was a super phantom to a vanilla scream, which is a firefly vanilla. So nowhere in there was Mojave. So there's no way that it could have been a pastavi. So she is a vanilla phantom. Uh, yeah, slightly. And like I got a pretty good deal for being a pastavi, um, which means I robbed the guy, being that it's a vanilla phantom. But if Mystic is what you're looking for, and this one is not mine. This is actually Ed's. Um, but this is his Mystic boy. What's up, big guy? That I'm not totally sure actually. I haven't really done the research um, on that. They very well could be basically like the same thing but different lines. Um, but he's a good looking boy, aren't you? I'm not food, but you are probably hungry, aren't you? We'll go into frost you a rat in a little bit. Oh. Let's actually do that. Let's do that research real quick. Mystic. I don't know because you like on Morph Market you get Mystic vanillas. So I mean they would have to be different with that, right? I think what you might be. Oh, you were the Phantom. Ah, So at least on that really old post, it says that they're the same. Here's one from 2016. Are Mystic Potion ball pythons and purple passions really just blue-eyed Lucies? The Phantom Ball Python was named and reproduced by RDR in the same year as the Mystic. The similarities between the two morphs don't stop there. They are generally patterned and colored almost alike, but as you add new morphs to the mix, like Mojave, Mocha, Russo, and others, the resulting combinations start to vary apart. The Phantom bred to a Russo produces the Opal Diamond Ball, while the Phantom to a Mocha results in the Leche Ball. All of the combinations we have discussed today, which of course we haven't actually discussed any, but that's what it says, so I read it, are white to gray and purple colored snakes with blue eyes and can be considered leucistic by definition. Whether you like a solid white combos or the heavy patterned and colored ones is a matter of personal preference. Blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know. It really is. Once I get a little bit bigger, in terms of like as a business, I actually do plan on employing like some geneticists to really like go deep into the genetics of the ball pythons and stuff like that, to really to get factual, documented, scientific evidence of the biology and genetics of the different snakes and the different morphs, especially like the spider ball python, because like I have some non-spider ball pythons that have the wobble, so I'm certain that the wobble isn't a spider trait, but a different abnormality. Whether it's on like the same locus or the same allele or whatever is a different situation, but I don't think that it is specific to spider traits or spider-like traits, because I know you get like what is it, like the Woma can get the wobble. I've got a normal that has the wobble. So that's one of my big goals, because I think that like there's no actual documented. Am I still coming through? All right. Like there's no actual, like you can't go online and find the documentation of this evidence, and I want to create that. And so sadly, yes, I do plan on breeding a lot of the things that people say you shouldn't breed. Eventually, once I get to that level, specifically for the geneticists and stuff like that. Like I also think that a lot of it probably has to do with like incubation stuff, right? Like if you have an on-off thermostat on your incubator, then you're going to have those temperature fluctuations. But if you have if you have a proportional thermostat, then you get that that steady stream. And so I want to do some testing along with that to see, like, with the kinking issues of some of the stuff, to see, do I get more kinking at a higher temperature or a lower temperature, what produces like the most, what produces the best situation outcome, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and just get nitty gritty into the science of it all, and compound all that data over years and put it out for the public, so we actually have scientific evidence of fact, instead of 20 years ago this person said this, so it has to be true. Indeed, it can. It's like I have a spider. This is my Spinner Blast. She does not have the wobble whatsoever, at all. Plan of Blackballed Reptiles is to, facilitate the creation of that scientific data for the hobby breeders and everything like that, to have true evidence of fact. And who knows, once we have a lot of that stuff, like if we can actually prove that the spider gene itself doesn't inherently have a wobble, but some spider genes, gosh, my internet is acting up. Let me go check it in the other room. It should be good. Yeah, I was just kind of going back over. So like I have my spider that my Spinner Blast that doesn't have a wobble whatsoever, has never had the wobble ever since I got her. So part of the plan of Blackballed Reptiles is to get into that nitty gritty scientific details of everything, and hopefully prove that the spider gene itself doesn't inherently have a wobble, but there's some other mutation factor going on, whether it's like a bad copy or something along those lines, that is the contributing factor to that, or incubation issues, or any of that good stuff. All right, Redstrom, have a good one. I should, what time is it? It's 10:30. I still have some time. So yeah, and I don't have too much experience currently in that. But like I know that like my Mojave spider, he's got a little bit of a wobble. But I also have, and here's why I don't think that it's inherently the spider gene, because the Woma can have the wobble. And then I have a normal that like literally is a normal. So doesn't have the spider gene in it, that has the wobble. So it can't be inherently the spider gene has the wobble. Yeah, see, and same thing. What's going on, Dylan? Welcome back. Yeah, I'm currently doing a software release, so you know. What's going on, Slash? How you doing? Do we? I'm pretty sure I got a notification earlier. I got some Russian that subscribed to me, so I think I'm at what, like 111? Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same way. I work about 3, 4 miles away from home, but I always deal with traffic on the way home. Um, Become a software engineer, Dylan. That solves that whole problem right quick. I'm pretty much the same way going to work. Although I do, like, I don't actually have shifts. I just kind of, as long as I get there before 9:30 in the morning, I'm good. So obviously, the earlier that I get there, the earlier that I get off, which is nice. And then since I take Lyft back and forth to work every single day, I do have that little waiting time of waiting for a ride. But yeah, and realistically, being a network admin, your pay is going to be basically next to nothing forever. Nice, Christine. Yeah, one of my ex girlfriends was a drug dealer. Indeed, yeah, she was. What was she? She was a clinical pharmacist. So like she worked from her house, which was kind of awesome. Um, and just made massive amounts of money. She made like what, like to sit at home and just like approve or fill uh, prescriptions for different clinics around the country. She made like what, like 230 some odd $1,000. It was insane. And this was, of course, back when I worked for a startup. So I made, as a software engineer at a startup, I made like next to nothing at like 40 grand. So I had found my temporary sugar mama. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like she had like her pharmacist license or whatever the heck they need to get in like 6 different states. And she was working on getting it for California as well, um, which allowed her a much broader scope of places, clinics to work for. Yeah, it's not too bad. I can't say exactly what I make, just because some people I work with might actually watch this video at some point, although it's 3 hours in, so maybe they'll, have a lack of attention span and not make it 3 hours. But at 45,000, I'm over double that. Not by a whole lot, but a little bit. Yeah, depending on where you live, that can be a plausible way of thinking about it there, Dylan. Like I live in California, so um, everything is crazy expensive. So I have to make sure I get paid an astronomical amount of money. Yeah. And I'm in San Diego. Like, um, it's depending on where you're at, it's not too bad. Like before I moved in here, the place that I lived in was kind of a shithole, but it was 2 bedrooms, like 900 square feet that I paid like 1,600 a month for. So not too bad for California. This place is 1 bedroom, like 725 square feet. Has some good amenities, but I still pay like 1,900 a month. That always helps when you have a 2 income household. Yeah, yeah. I've been looking at buying. Um,
buying recently, but if I just have to, I have to wait a little bit because I still have some fines that I need to pay off, which now that I'm not smoking cigarettes, that'll save me, you know, $10 a day. Um, and then try to cut out the energy drinks, which will save me another $20-$30 a day. So with time, I'll be able to pay off the fines off, get my license back, buy a car. Once I'm able to do that, then I'll be able to save a little bit of money and potentially buy. But if I buy, I want to do it out in like East County, where everything goes for a bit cheaper. Although even rent like out in East County, not too long ago. Let's go to let me look it up real quick and see if I can find anything decent. Like I actually found a 3-bedroom manufactured home in East County for rent. Holy cow. That had better be one hell of a nice freaking place for rent. I just found there was a house I just briefly saw for a moment. We don't want a condo. We don't want apartments. And we don't want townhomes. We want straight up houses. So like going out East County, like there's this house for rent in La Mesa, which isn't too bad. It's almost 1,300 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath for 2,700. 2-bed, 2-bath, which is actually perfect for 1,850 in El Cajon. A little bit hotter, but that's actually, I mean, it's cheaper than what I pay now. Not by much, but a little bit. The inside looks nice. The outside looks like a freaking shithole. It has no lawn. It's got a dirt lawn. It has a garage, like with one of those old wooden, like you have to lift it up doors. All right, but they have, let's go rent low to high. I mean, if I really wanted to, like, this is a freaking tiny place, but a 1-bed, 1-bath, totally detached ground level, 1-bedroom granny flat, for $875. But I mean, they have some decent 2-bed, 1-bath. No clue on the square footage. for $1,600. They don't really have any pictures of the outside. It looks like a fenced yard, maybe. And this one just has no pictures. Ooh, this is a nice one. This is actually a really nice one. 3-bedroom. I mean, it's kind of small, but it's your quintessential like white picket fence home. Although the white picket fence is maybe like 12 feet total. The rest of it is blue, or not fenced. Large fenced yard, cozy white picket fence, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, $1,695 a month. Looks like it has a small built-in reptile room, aka garage. It's not bad. And my lease is coming up here, so I'm gonna be looking at some stuff. Here, let me see if I can find it again. I'll expand. Hopefully it's not too many characters for freaking for YouTube. Ooh, it's not. That's the white picket fence home. Pretty close to Grossmont, which is nice. It has a cat door going somewhere. Right? I mean, it's not bad, and it's I mean, it's a little small, 1,100 square feet for 3 bedrooms, but it's just me and these guys, so I don't need anything huge. So with that, it would give me the garage to deal with like the rats and stuff like that. Maybe like quarantine area for new snakes, and then a bedroom for my actual collection. Ooh, although this is kind of what's this house? 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,351 square feet. Oh, I like this one better. It's more expensive, but it's nicer. It's not as cute though. It's got a really big garage. Nice backyard with a good patio. And then it looked like in the back of the house it had like a sunroom of sorts. That could be a reptile room. Where do you see sheds? I saw the sunroom. Oh, I didn't even see the sheds. Yeah, like could you, I mean seriously, I could run some electric into the sheds and set them up as, you know, for like the rats and stuff like that. Sunroom for all the snakes. Definitely some potential that's and you can see where my mind's at with it. It's like, ooh, that could work. I mean, I have like some, you know, use one for like storage of, you know, all the crap, and then use the other for like some nice rat racks and mouse racks and all that sort of stuff, depending on their size. Use the sunroom for the snakes. Use the garage for more snakes and more rats. Right. So yeah, further out east you go, it's not too bad. You come out west, however. Ooh. Although, here's one. If y'all want to come and move to California and help pay the rent, we can totally do this one. I mean, this house is so freaking ginormous. It has a tennis court on its roof. Freaking home theater. Yeah. That just happened to be the most expensive one on there. Holy shit. This one's outrageous, but more affordable. It's bigger. I mean, with 11,000 square feet, can you imagine how many snakes you could fit? Yeah. When you're paying $50,000 a month to rent a house, you just hire a housekeeper. Yeah, same here. Alrighty. Have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow at the auction. Dun dun dun.